meeting it over the edge. Okay? Sorry about that. So we noticed in that one that the first time we had be-da-dum sung by the oboe or the euphonium, low clarinet in the case of the band transcription. There was, in each of the three statements, I kind of placed my hands in different places, higher and higher and higher, where I reached the peak on the third time. Same thing when the clarinets came in, but if you noticed on the recording that we selected for this, when the clarinets came in with that same melody, it had some inertia. It leaned forward just a little bit. So we had to show that additional movement that we're moving forward a little bit. And at the very end, on the last time through the primary melodic element, we went from that minor mode back into the happy place, back into the major mode to finish that section of the overture. Lastly, March from the Symphonic Metamorphosis. Yeah, the Hindemith. So people ask, well, it's slow enough. Why can't we do this in 4? Because you don't. All right. The thing you want to think about here is that we've got this fairly rigid time element, which is that half note. All right. It gives us time to utilize this to show some expressive points. What are those expressive points? I pointed some of them out. Measure 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, measure 6. Measure 6. That English horn oboe, the first entrance of that melody, some of you people use for your descriptors ominous, you know. Yeah, that little phrase. Well, we have this tick-tock in the background, this dotted 8/16 rhythm that propels the time of the piece. All right, but we've got this haunting little melody that's about there. What about that? Left hand. All right. So we kind of have this moving in our half note, and we're able to shape here with those little melodic elements. Also, we have subitos in here. All right. So you want to make sure that you get to that, but you set it up. So it's not bing, bum, ba-pum, surprise. No, you have to set that up. Ding, bum, ba-bum, set it up, deliver. Ding, bum, ba-bing. Ding, bom, ba-bee. There we go, right? Remember, too, don't forget about the percussion section. There are open timpani spots here with significant cues. that are worth mentioning. Remember that we cue for a couple reasons. One of them is to welcome a musician or musicians to the group. Hey, you've been on sabbatical for a little bit. Welcome back. Glad to have you. You want to reinforce that. Okay? Yes, we want our musicians to count and come in at appropriate time, but we want to confirm that. If I'm in an ensemble and I've got a forte or a double forte entrance, I'm counting my part, I'm ready to go, that conductor gives me the eye and says, yes, you are correct. I'm going to play with a lot more confidence and I think contribute more musically to the group. So don't forget about those other elements, okay? The other reason that for this exercise, we want you, that it's not only the way you do it, is conducting in cut time, conducting on the half note. It allows us to put this thing, to a certain extent, on the clock, much like our conducting exercises that we do, and be able to free up this hand to show various aspects of the set. All right, so this is the march from the Symphonic Metamorphosis. And away we go. So I hope that in conducting excerpts, hopefully it ties together a little bit more of our conversation about these excerpts as we move forward in thinking about these things. Now you have the asymmetric excerpts coming up this next week, and you need to think about those as well. So the meters in those are a lot more complex. Postcard is a lot more of a complex construction of metric music, and the Prairie Wind offers its own issues too. And so in those excerpts, it becomes even a little bit more imperative that we try to commit some of this to memory. If we're staring at the every measure changing meter in something like Postcard, we're never going to be able to delve into the constructs, the opening two lines, the duos that go through and so forth, and be able to catch entrances and so forth. So I would have you think about the meters of both of those. Set your eighth note, conduct the time, get yourself kinesthetically and physically ready for those two excerpts, all right? And then acquaint yourself deeply with the music to find the things that you hear in there that would be things that you would want to bring out of the context of the music. I hope the video's been helpful, and I look forward to talking to you all on Tuesday.